see some of these different photos of everybody's snowfall. And of course, you know, it's like, it feels like it's 70 degrees here in South Carolina. Hey, Maureen, how are you? All right, let me see if I can pull up my comments over here so I can interact. So I make sure I can see your comments. It's so important to me. Sometimes I get to see them and comment. Are y'all ready for spring? Okay, I just remembered I want to get one more green berry bush, so just bear with me while I run across the workshop and get that. Pulling over some white berries for the texture. I usually try to have all this laid out, and I just forgot one thing. We're going to be decorating a cross. Let's get this over here. So if you are new to the page, welcome. I'm Julie Samaco, owner of Southern Charm Wreaths, where we make beautiful wreaths and teach you how to make and sell them. Make sure to give me a like and a follow so that you are notified the next time we go live. Make sure to subscribe if you're over on YouTube to ring that little bell icon. And then also, if you share the video, that'd be awesome. It helps spread the word about my little wreath business. And it just is like a virtual hug to me. So thank you guys for those who like to share my videos. We're going to go ahead and zoom this down so that you can see my table a little bit better. And then I'm going to zoom in a little bit more right here. How about that? Now you can see a little bit closer. Hey, Whimsical Wreaths by Mary. Myrtle Beach is in the house. Indiana's representing. I love it. All right, we have this cross. This measures about, I don't know, 24 inches tall and about 18 inches wide. I got this from a local place called Carolina Pottery, but they sell these online pretty much everywhere. Have y'all seen this? These cross wreaths? And you're like, what would I do with that? Well, let's try to figure out something together. I've only made a couple of these, so we'll see. Don't be afraid, Julie. Don't be afraid. I'm going to go ahead and get my mat under here. I know y'all are telling yourselves that too when you start creating. You're like, I can do this. I can do this. All right, here's the back. Here's the front. It has a little hole in the bottom, so I think if you wanted to use this at the graveside, you could stake it if you needed to. And then also there's a wire, and it's sort of like a grapevine. I guess it is a grapevine. It's very thin. And then there is wire on the inside, but you can clearly see where the back is because one side is rounded. All right, so we're going to lay this down, and I'm going to get some floral foam that I've cut. I'm going to go ahead and attach that right here. I'm going to use a zip tie and some glue. Hey, Deborah and Jill and Donna and Kristen and Dawn from Georgia. All right, so let me put some glue right here. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue, and I put my mat underneath because it's probably going to seep through. All right, we're going to put that right there. And then I'm going to go ahead and, I should have probably done this first. Here we go. We're just going to grab our zip tie. Pull that around and secure. There. And let me trim this off. Okay, and then I'm going to take some floral pins. These are U-shaped. You can get them, you know, wherever they sell floral supplies. I'm going to pull this over. We've already got the glue on the back, and I'm just going to pop some of these in, making sure to catch the grapevine as well as some of that wire. Yep, we didn't get the snow. We never do. I don't think I'm going to complain too much from what I've seen. Some of y'all got hammered. Just this one little one there. Okay, so that is not going anywhere. All right, the next thing I'm going to do is add in our moss. We're going to cover this with some green colored Spanish moss. So if you want to join our group, you can go here, go to learntowreath.com, and that is where you can sign up for our waiting list. Would it be a bad idea to use spray foam instead of the styrofoam? I am not a fan of that spray foam. It just takes too long, in my opinion, to cure and get ready. Be able to use. I'm trying to, let's see if I can post on here. For some reason, I can't. All right, let's see. I don't know why my computer never like zooms in and zooms out when I'm trying to work. Learntowreath.com. I guess you can just go to it. I can't, for some reason, type on YouTube. So the cross came from Carolina Pottery. All we've done is add our floral foam with the zip tie and glue on the back, and I'm letting it set up a little bit. Now what we want to do is use our moss. So we're going to pull over our moss, and this is Spanish moss, and it's tinted green. So back to that spray foam. The spray foam is fine. I think it's good to use if you've got a strange, you know, container. But remember that you got to use the whole can in one sitting. You can't save that. And it does expand, so be careful. It could break your container, pop out and break your container if you are not giving it enough room to expand. And then it's got to cure for 24 hours. Like, I don't know. I just never have time for that. All right, we're just going to go ahead and secure this. This is called covering up our mechanics. Mechanics are whatever is used to hold your piece together. So for me, it would be any wire, the zip tie, you know, things like that. All right, let's just get this over here. And maybe I got too much, we'll see. Hopefully not. one over here on this side. Okay, I think we're good. Put this up because I know I'll knock it off and it'll be making a big old mess in here. That moss is messy. The moss is messy. All right, so what we're going to do is now I'm going to green this. All right, let me just check to make sure that that's drying very well. I'm going to go ahead and put my mat back over here to help catch some of those glue strings. So I do have my glue over here melted in my pot. So you can use any green that you like. I think I'm going to use some bamboo today. I don't know, I've not used bamboo in a while. All right, so we've got some of this really pretty bamboo. The spray foam we were talking about, Dana is that gaps and cracks foam insulation. You're going to have to wear goggles and masks and stuff when you use it, so be careful. Okay, and then let's see. I want to create a little line. So what I'm going to do is put this in here. So I'm just going to use the green to establish my line. And that's a little too long. That's why I think I put too much moss on. I don't like to have my moss pull out so much when I change my mind. All right, there we go. All right, there's one. Let's see. I'm going to redo that one. It didn't insert very well. Okay, so we've got one on the top and one on the bottom. My goal is not to lose the fact that this is a cross. And we can just come in with some of these green pieces. All right, let me figure out how large do I want these. Hey Marilyn, the business group is, but not my design school. The Wreath of the Month Club group is currently closed to new members. We hope to have more members. We're going to open it up. Not hope, we definitely are opening it up in the next few months. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put this one right here. I think that'll be fine. Okay, so we're trying to develop our little base. Let's do a couple more pieces. I think I'm going to go ahead and put a steel pick on the end of these. Let's do one here. Have y'all decorated a cross wreath before? And then just a couple more pieces for the top. Okay, I think that looks good. So we've got some depth to it. Let's see, it's pretty long. Let me redo this one on the side. Let's get this cut. We redo these at a different angle. There. There we go. Okay, I think that's good. So we've got a little line developed with our greens. Might be a little too much green, we'll see. All right, now I'm going to add in some of this. All right, I'm just going to pull some of this stuff off. For some reason, I am not loving this green. It feels too long. Let me trim that one. That one looks good. I think this one needs to go deeper. See, y'all, don't worry about redoing things if you don't like them. That looks good. Okay, now we're going to use some of these just to add more greenery. This looks like a rosemary. It's got that long line look. So there's one up there. And let's see if I can get a long one. Thank you guys for who you are sharing on Facebook. That just means the world to me. All right, we're going to put one over here on this side. Let me scroll down. And then I think I might put it up on the easel so we can see a little bit better. There. Let's see. There we go. Okay. Let's get this one a little bit more. I love the green. Don't y'all? The different textures of the different colors and also the different leaves. I'm just going to trim some of these in half. Let's do a couple more pieces. Is there any spray that you can spray over silk flower wreath that's going to be outside? You know, I'm sure there is. There's probably, I think the Krylon Clear is what some people say they have a good experience with. It's the Krylon UV protectant. I don't spray anything on mine. I never have. I've been making for years. The greenery came from a wholesaler. Okay, so we've got our bamboo. We've got 2 sprays of our green. I've got a little bit more we can come in. The next thing I think I want to do is go in and add some beautiful we call this in the South what do we call these? Snowballs. Hydrangeas. There's like a snowball bush. We call them snowballs. This is the only snow we get in the South. If you're from the South, you know what I mean. These are beautiful. They're a form of hydrangea bush. Maybe it's I don't know. I don't pretend to know all of these technical terms of the flowers, but I used to have one of these in my old yard, and I cannot wait to get one in my new yard. Also, this is going to be a monochromatic look, so I'm going for just the one color. Let's see if I did this long enough. There's one there. I'm trying to find my longest ones. So I made a version of this for my mom's store when my dad passed away. And I just love this for a look. This can be a sympathy piece. This can be, I've got to trim the leaf off just a little bit more to get it deeper in. But this can be a sympathy piece. Something that goes on a church door for Easter. Let's see if that's going to stay. Told you I thought I was putting too much moss on, and I did, but we're going with it. We're going to make it work. All right, let's see. If I do one down here and one down here. Sometimes you have to put a steel pick on the end if it doesn't go through. All right, so there's that. Let's do one down here. Let me redo that angle. These do not want to go in on their own. I have to put a stem on every one of them. Aw, Rachel on YouTube, so gorgeous. Best thing I've done in a long time was join Wreath Making of the Month Club and Success Circle. Thank you so much. Girl, you're an inspiration to me too. That means a lot to me when you say that. Oh my gosh. Okay. There we go. Y'all don't give up on your if things don't go right, take it out and redo it. And remember, this is your piece, and so you can do it the way you like to. If you like a little more color, you know, by all means, add more color. Something fell. Okay, I feel like I need one more right here. And I don't have another stem, so let me go get that. That looks really pretty from across the room. Let's cut a little shorter. Ludi, hey girl, how are you? The bamboo came from Sims. The machine I'm using is called a steel pick machine. You can learn more about it on my blog at southerncharmedwreaths.com. Okay, how's that look? The flowers are maybe a little big, but hey. We're going with this. Okay. Now, the other thing I have these really pretty, what would you call these? Like a little cherry blossom. And that's what they are, a cherry blossom. And the white, I think that would be pretty coming through here some, just a little bit. That's just a different white. Oh, that's pretty. There's one. Linda just got her steel pick machine. Let's see if we can get that there. That looks good. Let's do some over here. And then I'm going to trim this. There's some little buds right there. Okay, I'm going to go through the back side, fill in back here. Let's do one right there. And then we'll do a couple pieces over on the other side. Keeping the ones on this side, I'm keeping shorter. Where would y'all put this? I bet this would work pretty for a wedding. Where else? No, there's not a steel pick that, a machine that does the, you still have to trim the hot length of your stems. Somebody says a church door. What about, yep, at the funeral, at a funeral, be pretty. I'm going to put some back over here on the side. I want it to look good from the sides. And then don't forget the underskirt. I think we'll go over here with this one. This would be pretty for if you did it in a different color, maybe a baby shower. Look at that. It's just so pretty. Look how full it is. Just really pops. I really want to make sure I don't lose the fact that we have a cross underneath it. Okay, and then I do have this twig. I want something to come out. I think that'd be too much. Let's do a few of these. This is the Queen Anne's lace. Y'all remember if you watched me the other day, we did this beautiful lake-inspired wreath. And we used this. Man, this is just not going through. I have to put a pick on just about everything today. So speaking of our Wreath of the Month Club group, we are getting ready to open up the doors this spring. And tonight I'm going to be joining live in the group. We're going to be doing a freestyle. Sometimes we have either kits or bundled supplies from vendors that we've been using online. But tonight it's a freestyle, which I like. I think it's fun. I've got a couple more designs in my head that I'm ready to teach them for spring. It's hard to believe that it's spring already, in my opinion. We have, I've just been so busy with work and the move. Time just is flying by. This snowball is one of my favorite spring flowers. Y'all have a favorite spring flower? Let's see, I think I'm going to put that up there. Just working my way around the design. Let's see, do I want this one to come way down here? Vicky's moving next month in Australia. She's in Australia. Lilac, says Kristen. Ooh, yeah. Doesn't that have a real fragrant smell? Okay. Because I have a couple more. Let's see. And I've got one more. I feel like it needs to go a little bit deeper in the middle. Okay, so I think I like that. Do you see the little weed? Looks like a weed. The snowballs are maybe just a tad bit big. I'm going to go through and fill in with this. This is a small hops bush. It's really compact. So I'm going to fill in around the base with some of this, because I don't want to add any more flowers. Do I have purple tulips? I do have purple tulips. I think I have some purple tulips. So this is going really deep down in the wreath and around the base wherever there's moss, not moss, the moss base is showing. That's what I'm trying to say. Make sure it looks really pretty from the sides too. Let's do one on the back. The other thing this is doing is helping to cover up the steel picks that might show. Thank you, Laura. I give all the glory to God. If you don't have a steel pick machine, you can use a wooden floral pick. What happens is your stems get, you put your hot glue on, they sort of shrivel up. So the steel or a wooden floral pick or a steel pick machine, it just makes that stem a little bit sturdier. If you go to our website, southerncharmwreaths.com, and just search wooden floral pick, I have instructions on how to use that. Okay, I think I'm done. Well, let me just do one little in the center. Okay, y'all, let's see what we've got. Turned out pretty. I think it's a little fatter than I anticipated, but it still looks good. So there's the side, the other side. And then I'm going to show you a close-up of all the texture. Isn't that pretty? I love all these florals. This was, again, we said this would be good for sympathy piece, church door, wedding shower, you know, so many different places. Again, and if you wanted to put different colors, you definitely could. Hope I didn't miss any of your questions. This is a steel pick machine. We have more information about it on our website, southernturnwreaths.com. And then also, if you're interested in learning the art of wreath making and you just don't know where to start, here is, go to wreath101.com, wreath101.com, and you can just learn the basics for very beginner, like how do I start? What tools do I need? What's a steel pick machine? Things like that. It's at wreath101.com. I love the Queen Anne's lace too. I think that is very, very pretty. It adds just a lot more texture. I actually love the wood, the brown against the white and the cream and the lime green. It is stunning. That is definitely my look. I love the monochromatic look for sure, for just about anything. The size of the cross was 24 inches by 18. All right, y'all, thank y'all for watching and joining me. Again, subscribe to the channel so you'll be notified the next time we do a live. Make sure to follow along and go to our website, southernturnwreaths.com, for more information. Let me know